Míl mágad a chathaoirlaí agus ara banam a ceist le hAltraí Fiaclóireachta agus go háirid indul chun céanna tá déanta ó híomh na puise a thógáil ón liste post neamhcálaithe. Minister, my question relates to dental nurses, and I'm asking for the results of any review carried out by your department with a view to removing the dental nurses from the ineligible occupations list, and are the plans to review that? Garmag.
As the Deputy knows, we in the Department are well aware of how important the work permit system is both to businesses but also to Irish consumers. And as you would have heard in debates earlier this morning, last year over 40,000 work permits were allocated, and this year the number will be around 38,000 for people outside the European Economic Area. And with full employment and more people at work than ever before, this obviously has huge benefits, but also it's really important for businesses and consumers. And clearly in the healthcare sector we've seen a huge amount of people come over 5,000 nurses outside the European Economic Area, as well as care assistants, doctors and so much. What we're hearing from businesses, they need more occupations to be added to both the eligible and critical skills lists, making them eligible for permits. And in response to this, Deputy, as you've already heard, this summer the Department opened a review of the occupations eligible for work permits, both in terms of eligible and critical. The review closed just in August, and given the demand for permits, we received over 100 submissions. This is over 10 times what was received in previous reviews. There was a submission, I can confirm, on dental nurses, and this is being reviewed in this light. I will also say that the Irish Dental Association have requested to meet with me. This has not yet taken place. Indeed, no direct meetings have taken place with any bodies due to the sheer volume received. But as the Deputy might be aware, the Irish Dental Association is located in my own constituency. I drive past their office quite regularly, so I'm keen to have that meeting where we can facilitate it. But given the large quantities received, it is also taking officials some time to work through all these submissions. Submissions to the review are considered, Deputy, by the Interdepartmental Group on Economic Migration Policy, with membership drawn from key government departments, including the Department of Health, who may provide observations. Our department is actively engaging with other departments, including that of Health, to consider those submissions and the latest public consultation, which concluded. The report containing recommendations for our consideration is expected in mid-November, and it is then that we'll be in a position to announce what changes are being made to the list. In short, Deputy, we have received that submission. We're considering it at the moment, and we'll announce it in mid-November.
Okay. Thank you, Minister, and thank you for confirming that decisions have been made in November. At least we have a time span. But if you look at the background to this, and it's come to my attention by somebody who wants to come into the country, should I say at the outset, we shouldn't have let this crisis happen in the first place. We should have had enough graduates of our own, and we should have dealt with this before. But we're at this point now in our lives. But in March 22, the Irish Dental Association research showed that there were at least 500 dentists needed across the public and private sectors at that point. 2/3 of dentist vacancies were left unfulfilled in 2022. They pointed out, as we know, staffing shortages are having an impact on patient access to dental care. 2/3 of practices said that their capacity to treat emergency appointments had reduced over the past year. And then research from this year highlighted short of dentists, dental nurses and hygienists, a lack of graduates, and recommended work change permits and so on. So the research is there for us all to see. It's been there for some years. And
I acknowledge, Deputy, that every sector of the Irish economy is having difficulties when it comes to labour. And it's very difficult to say that this shouldn't be let happen. It's a result of the fact that we have the fastest growing economy in the EU. We have the most amount of people at work in the history of the state, and we have effective full employment. It is the mark of a successful economy and society when people want to move there, when people are needed to move there to fill jobs of all sorts. Be it in dental nurses in the regard that you've raised this morning, in terms of those in the construction industry as raised by Deputy Nash, or in those in the hospitality or the agriculture sector as raised by Deputy O'Donoghue. We see this with economies around the world, and we all know, Deputy, a lot of people didn't want to come to Ireland for a long time. And it is a great thing when people come, contribute to our economy, contribute to society. As I said, 40,000 last year, double what it was the previous year. It'll be the same again this year. But in tandem to that, and I agree with you, we will have to develop the courses that are available for people to upskill, reskill and enter into these professions from the outset. But as a country we're growing. Our population is much higher now than it has been in a long time, and that requires more people into various sectors. Not all of those can be brought about domestically. We do and will continue to need to bring people in from outside the European Economic Area, but also 30,000 people came last year from within the European Union, 4,500 from UK through the Common Tribal Area. These are all good things, and I wouldn't necessarily say it's a crisis that they're having to come.
I would say it's a crisis, because we know that in Galway, for example, we're getting phone calls in relation to dentists not available under the medical card scheme. So there are any amount of complications in relation to the absence of dentists. In relation to, I understand the review takes place every single year. And the last question I had was a response, the answer was in relation to the review in 20. So there's been 21 and 22. We're now in 23. And this crisis has existed, the absence of dentists, dental nurses and hygienists. So it's gone on for a number of years, Minister. I do hope that you don't pass the Dental Association much longer and that you do meet with them. I appreciate your positive response today, but I do believe on a general basis that this didn't happen overnight. It's not just that we have full employment now. This has been going on and there's been a failure to deal with it. And the Dental Association have highlighted it for a long time. So I do hope you have that meeting as soon as possible.
Deputy, and I'm committed to having those meetings when it is appropriate to do so. We have to conclude the review, we have to look through the data. And as I said, Deputy, the last time this review was done, received about 10 or 11 submissions. This time it's been multiples of that. And that would just show where we're gone. Last year, 40,000 work permits were handed out. The previous year to that was 19,000. The previous year to that, prior COVID, was 5,000. So there hasn't been a consistent call for the last 5 years to add this. It's really accelerated in every occupation, including in dental nurses, over the last couple of years. But we always constantly engage, as Minister Coveney laid out. There has been requests over the last couple of years to increase quotas for special sectors. We would have seen it in relation to into people working as linemen. Just very recently, we would have seen it in the meat processing industry. We would see it in lots of different sectors. So we're always open and we're always reactive to the needs, not just of industry, but also society and the sectoral government departments, such as in this case, the Department of Health. But as I said, hopefully I'll be able to come back into this chamber with Ministers Coveney and Cleary in about 4 or 5 weeks to give a fulsome update on the review, Deputy.